Hey everyone, welcome to Little Locked Rooms. This is a mystery puzzle game that I've been really looking forward to. These are like the types of games that use real life almost as a puzzle mechanic, but I'll be starting from the full beginning here. So this is a true story, supposedly, of a thief that managed to steal a jewel of incredible value. And the Little Locked Room is this diorama in the middle. So this is the truck the culprit escaped through. The driver's already gone. And there are footsteps leading to the house. But the thief wasn't there either, and there's no traces of anyone having left the cabin. It's like a real-life mystery setup. So, think you can crack it? Sure. And there's also, like, lots of dialogue for wrong options as well. We're gonna solve the case, and yeah. We can also examine the objects, probably. So, let's touch this. We can examine the footprints as well, or at least click the word footprints a lot of times. So clicking the bottom right eventually gets us to how did the thief exit the cabin? And we do have some meme answers like jumping and flying off, but it's walking. I mean, could you really make a jump from the roof to the road? No, not really. So, that's the correct answer. And there's no footprints leading out of the cabin. How do you explain that? Because of where? On the footprints. So there we go. Culprit just stepped over their own footprints and would lead here, the truck. So how did the thief manage to escape after reaching the truck? Thief obviously cut out a mega hole in the car. How about where did the thief escape through? On the tire tracks. Okay. So the thief walked over the tire tracks, but we would be able to see footprints on the tracks. But the answer is not enough. So, partial answer, no penalty. So, you need to look at the tire, which is actually missing a tire in there. So, see, look at this. This is also a subtle detail. I don't even think I noticed the first time through. That's really cool, too. Some of the footprints are underneath those tire tracks. So, the culprit put... Es basura no puede definir ganancia. Okay. The culprit actually walked back from the cabin, hopped on the back of the truck, unhooked one of the spare tires, and walked to the tire tracks using the tire like that. My idea was better. Alright, so there we go. And one of my favorite things in a mystery that is nice but requires a lot of effort to make work, and I'm not sure that it will be the case here. It would be a nice way to tie it all back. It's like a false first solution, but I don't think that's the idea. Anyway, this is like a recap segment where the burglar was likely to lay in the cabin. The burglar thought of a little trick. Walked inside, walked backwards, and walked to the tire with the spare tire. But there we go. Hopefully it's not suspicious that some man is walking on the road with a freaking tire for no reason. But they ran a search party, looked at the wrong places, and so the thief simply vanished. Mystery solved. Because it took... I don't think that matters. Chess battle advanced. Alright. Everyone wins. Let's pack it up and go downstairs. I'm starving. By the way, I still don't know whether these are are the dioramas fiction, the universe, I'm not sure. And then, are we all ready? What? Yeah, what? Yeah, I already solved this one, didn't I? Was something wrong with what I said? Are we doing this again? Maybe like something about escaping the inside of the cabin, because like that maybe didn't have enough detail. I don't know, I thought that was undetailed too. I wanted to see the inside of the cabin. Also, there seems to be new stuff on the side of the cabin now. Yes. To see a thief who soon to appear in a cabin. Yes. Imagine this thing freaking makes the first solution wrong. That'd be amazing. If you don't look too close, that is. So oh my god! It's not that easy. Yeah, alright, whatever. You freaking jumped from the top of the roof to the truck. Crutch. Anyway. And how are you gonna confirm that it leaves certain marks? If supposing the police did not come up with this theory, would they even look that close? Sure, fine. If you're gonna find a way to leave the cabin without leaving any marks, alright. Why do you want... Already suspicion on the player characters, why not? It needs a new drill set. Uh-huh. 100% get away with it. Alright. Cool. Anyway, the rest of this game can be done using the tire, but we need to figure out how the thief could have escaped the cabin. How did the thief escape without ever stepping over the footprints? Well, there's this stuff. Wood logs, axe. Could you have ever climbed the chimney? There is a path, by the way, that isn't, you could step on these, but it's a little bit of a stretch to assume you could step on the axe and then jump up here. That's like freaking first-person video game logic. Cabin, bucket. There was a different mystery game I remember playing long ago where the bucket... By the way, no hidden object in the bucket when you look in this view. No, nothing that sneaky. Or you stepped on another thing and then in the footprints, effectively, but I assume the bucket would make a trail as well. Yeah, in the bottom left, they have no imperfections, so it's not possible the criminal walked over their steps. Okay, I'm just gonna come up with the... Like, these... The top of the door frame seems climbable enough, although you need to be, like, athletic-ish to do so. And then you jump onto the truck and do it. So... Is this that I have an idea? Let's hear it. Used. Huh. These are intentionally phrased a little vague, but I wouldn't say how. Like, I could assume you could tiptoe, but that would leave another more obvious, like, track. I'm pretty sure. There might be another sneaky detail on the level of the track and stuff like that. Like, the other option, actually, is to tiptoe the first time around as you walk forwards into the cabin, and then walk backwards with the bigger steps. But that somehow doesn't seem theatric, like, jumping to the truck. Although it's also risky seeming to do that. I would make the gap small. I don't know. Imagine missing and leaving a giant print near the truck and completely ruining everything. Regardless, both of those are the how part. So, the body part the thief used. Yeah, sure. Handstands to reach it. No. So walking barefoot is also not even, like, bad idea. Like, the size also reduces. So I'm gonna come up with that thing. And walk in the cabin like that. Then, put on the shoes again. And then, you would make weaker footprints. You can't leave- Oh my god. You can tell the weight of the steps too. Didn't we say last time the thief hit his footprints with a tire? It's the same thing. Not really. Sole prints. Model is simplified. Thanks, lol. How can we zoom in into the footprints, please? It's not our answer. Try again. Woo. Okay. Let's try the how walked again. There's also the double footprint angle. Like, which if you jump... the bigger problem with that is that the steps would be hard to sync together, but you could alternate. Either, like, left, right, but the first time around you could do left, right, and then when coming back, you would fill in the other ones. Or you could jump on one leg the first time. I don't know if I've ever seen a mystery that does that, though. So I drew the footprints the wrong way around. Anyway, length of the steps. Okay, so... There's the short step. I don't know about that. Short step, long step. I feel like that's like a more cursed solution. I can... What exactly? That's not... Anyway. Closer this time, so the bag doesn't have to jump too far. Wait, what? Just what? Are they different between the scenarios? Oh my god. I didn't see that, why not? Just didn't. Chess attack complicated. That's the trick, guys. Yeah, the police, yeah. So we don't freaking know. Just to show how many tricks. Is there gonna be a chapter 3 where we reveal the inside of the cabin? Yeah. S-. Can we do one more? Invent new details about the cabin we didn't know. We'll be going back to 100 years ago. That's when the best detective's detective. Alright. Is Dad Watson? The same Watson who made Lockpick? Anyway, we're done here. Let's clean up, get ice cream, and goodbye. Anyway, next. The Last Dance. It was opening night at the Narrowway Theater. A delightful ballet show was about to begin. No, people are gonna complain. I don't say ballet correctly. All the seats were full and the audience waited with bated breath. The stage lit up, revealing a single dancer standing gracefully at its center. A beautiful symphony filled the air, and the ballerina began a mesmerizing solo performance. She waltzed, twirled, and soared towards the stage, captivating everyone present. As the orchestra swelled to a climax, she started executing a sequence of flawless pirouettes without skipping a beat. She turned and turned like a spinning top as the music grew more intense, until suddenly a loud explosion echoed inside the theater, followed by another. The ballerina's spinning came to a halt. As the music continued, she was her hand over her chest, where a small splotch of blood was beginning to spread. After which, dead. Doesn't that ballerina look like a chess black pawn? Anyway, crew members rushed into the stage in a panic. The spectators were frozen still, praying it was all part of the act, but it wasn't. Only a few minutes later, the ballerina passed away. Even after all the lights were turned on, the assailant was nowhere to be found. When the police arrived, they began their questioning. Several staff members outside the auditorium confirmed no one had left since the shots were fired. The spectators testified they were all seated when the shots rang out. Several audience members turned around, but nobody saw anyone suspicious that could have been the shooter. They also give conflicting statements when asked where the sounds came from. As the theater was being searched, a staff member screamed they found something beneath one of the seats. The police looked under and found a gun, one with precisely 2 bullets fired. In the confused crowd, someone flashed a smirk. The murderer was among them, invisible. Cool! This little theater is so cute! Anyway, I know, right? Not too shabby if I say so myself. Alright. What is little lady? Anyway. Bo was not in some little lady's backstory? It was girly stuff. Woo. Alright, I don't know. I'll be impressed when there's the diorama of whatever that is in the backstory. Anyway, Dad fell asleep during alligator event. Dad fell asleep during funny part. Anyway, Dad, was this a real murder? Yeah, it was, but it happened a long time ago. So if I solve it, does that count as solving as a real murder? Hold your horses, you're getting ahead of yourself. Let's solve a couple hundred of these before we even think about that, alright? 200. Wow, there are 200 locked rooms in this game? Alright. Okay. Oh, what the? Dim the lights. Okay, so we have the ability to click to see how things change if the lights are on / off. So the question is, the killer shoot this are being seen. Probably they're not in the like in the audience. Let's see what's going on here. Painting. Ladder, bags. On the other side, more paintings. There's a mirror. Ballet shoes, tutu. Oh, that's a tutu? Why didn't anyone tell me? There's like a different color. Blue? That's black! Oh my god, more lighting dress memes. Okay, and there's like... What is that in the back? Ladder? What is it? This doesn't have multiple floors. What? Okay, anyway. I don't know, maybe we need to mess with the non-existent ceiling. Here's the pawn with the blood. Of a speaker. Wow, this is not giving many. There's like no secret passages there. I mean... Huh. Wow, this is actually... I guess we could say the curtains. Also, there is so much Ballet Dancer. Like, this is just a recap of all of the situations. Like, it's a recap of everything that you've already seen. Will there be a bullet hole in one of these, actually? Oh, we can click those. Okay. Oh. Bullet. Well, that seems actually very direct. So there should be a hole on the other side, too, but... No? He went through the doors? Weird. Why is that corner darker? Anyway, we can maybe lights off as well. What does that do? Why would you need to caress the seats? Excuse me? Oh, there. Okay, but that's the gun that was mentioned, right? Oh, but it says a bullet has been found in a wall. So the gun found in the auditorium fired the 2 bullets, but it could have been planted there later. You know. Thing is that there's not that much proof that it was behind here. I think. Other than that trajectory is not reasonable from afar. So we had a weird angle on that door, but we're just gonna say through the curtains. That seems like the most logical one. It's a simple case, really. It's very simple to type in italic. Found the trick. Good now. But no one spotted the shooter. It's weird no matter how you slice it, but because they shot from behind the curtains. Yeah, it's really high. And the shooter would need to stand weirdly. Well, they could have done. Well, I don't know. Maybe we got door frame shooters out there. Then I had a revelation. If we look at things in reverse, the killer from shot behind the curtains. The dancer was spinning. Sure. To hide the location, yeah, that. Nice. There we go. But shooting contradicts a few things in the crime scene, like probably the gun location. Yes. Oh, there's the hole. Oh my god! It finally. Oh, I didn't even see that. I don't have that much zooming control. So I mean, this bullet could have been made like earlier, anytime earlier. And yes, the gun's below the seats. All right. So it was found beneath. Wasn't there a lot of commotion? Yes. But I don't... It is weird, though, for sure. Why did no one notice the criminal placing the gun? Especially because there's a thing that says that gun is the one that fired the bullet. Because what... I can't imagine there's, like, a machine that lets you freaking move that gun into the, like... Is there gonna be, like, a random string contraption that does that? Just because the lights are off, like, there's clearly other lights, so... The only idea I can think of is that actually, like, one of the police did it. Which is a little out there and not otherwise hinted, I think. I'd be really surprised if there was an item that allowed that. So let's say this. This is a stretch. I'm really wondering if, like, looking at things from weird angles could, like, show something. This rope doesn't even seem to be used. To make a deal about the lights, but would someone miss, like, a rope contraption with the gun? Okay, I'm just gonna select that. But, like, an evil one. But then no one would have suspected them. What do I mean by enter the theater twice? Just, I mean, there's, like, doors that lead to the outside, so... Yes. Uh-huh. How would they go unnoticed the first time? I mean, they could be also a staff member, which would be in the back of the stage. Speaks on the stage, then leaves. That's because just... But also the lights are off. That would, like, hide faces. There's a better answer. Damn! Another thing is that I don't think it would be that weird for a staff member after doing this to go into the audience section. Is it that weird? Like, a staff member could just go into the audience and ask people questions normally. That would not be weird behavior. It's not exactly mentioned what happens after, in the short aftermath between, before when the police get there. So, let's do this. See the truth clear as day now. Why is on the killer's seat? It's quite elementary, really. The killer worked there. So nobody found that. Yeah. Yeah. Chess battle advanced. Sure. Is this why the characters look like black pawns? Alright. Why are you pointing at me? Hold on. Oh, okay. And of course we're not done. No, it is. It's a kill. Yes. Yes, but I can't say for sure yeah, sure. Not yet, anyway. Who did find it anyway? We don't even freaking know. The bullet behind the wall can be shot earlier. What do you mean? Hidden. Oh yeah, there was two shots. That's right. Which is actually interesting. I almost forgot that detail. But that would also clear it up. The gun, sure. But where's the other shot then? If there were two shots, then they both need to be accounted for, probably because it's so close range. Unless it was shot through the door. But the shots seem very close together in time. Okay. Because of when, and it was far before. Yeah, it's before sure starts. There you go. Patience. Because I already know the answer. Huh, really? What is this? What is this? It's true that the killer could have shot the wall, but... Yeah. Some other time. They had access to the theater whenever. Come to one day in secret, blah. Alright. Yep. Or like one of the mirrors behind, and there we go. What do you mean that makes no sense, Bowson? Because there were two gun... Oh, yeah, I mean, sure. But yeah, I still need to figure that. Yes, I mean, where did that one go? But I'm on the right track. You just need one more piece to complete this puzzle. Why did people hear two gunshots? Speakers? That makes a lot of sense, too. Yeah, okay. Yeah, no one could even agree where the shots came from. Because there were some fake gunshots played. Well, could the killer have done anything different than that? Like, if they wanted to make only one hearable, the speakers make it difficult for that to even be true. Anyway, well, crazy. There you go. You're so smart. But is there going to be a second phase, though? You say dumb stuff most of the time. Chess battle advanced. Sherry doesn't say dumb stuff. It depends on what I want to say. Alright, so the criminal was a stage at the theater and romantically involved with the victim, so there's some extra backstory there. So, the guy committed murder and wanted to have a strong alibi, hence the trick. The double sound doesn't necessarily have to be a planned thing, and of course make it seem like one of the spectators did it, so planned a bullet hole like a week before. Didn't realize the shooting angle would be awkward for someone in the crowd. Also interesting, like you could tell the angle from how the bullet is positioned, like you could fire it lower if you wanted to. And now taking care of the sound system, which we did not know about. To the melody. Oh, what? To the melody? Oh, were they both fake gunshots? Huh. The night of the show came. The lights being off didn't even seem to be all that relevant, but sure. Shoot while the victim was spinning around through the hole in the curtains, I believe. Like, as in a gap in the curtains to not have a bullet hole, I think? So... Oh, synced with the first shot. Okay. Alright, this time the criminal didn't fire with the second gunshot, and then the later investigation make it seem like that one was involved. Alright, then the black pawn fell dead because it got captured by a free kill unit, and the killer came out of hiding, and then put the weapon below the seats. And also the one who claimed to have found it. Alright, the inspectors were pretty sharp apparently. It was solved quickly. Alright, there you go. The question is if this game will end with a crime that is involved with the characters we're playing as, and if this is foreshadowing. Anyway, there we go. Yeah. Gary Holmes and Gary Bowser. Anyway. Should obviously be Sherlock. The even has Lock in the name. Alright. Gary Sherlock, that's me. Sherlock's the guy. CBA. This is my hat. Alright. Nice. New violence case, the case files. Anyway. Alright. Nice difficulty differentiator. Alright, let's go. This strange tale was recorded by a historian in the margins of an old tome. Once upon a time, there was a prince who lived at the summit of a majestic tower. On a fateful night, the royal family paid her a visit. Together, they shared a pleasant dinner. Following the meal, her aunt requested a private audience with her in the tower's library. The servants stationed outside the room noticed their voices getting louder and more violent. Abruptly, the princess stormed out with tears in her eyes. In silence, the servants guided her to the chambers. The princess quietly instructed the attendants to warn her if her aunt made any suspicious movements. She then vanished behind her bedroom door, locking it behind her. Time passed, and the princess' room freaking flied out into the sky, apparently. Anyway, night became day again. The servants came to the princess' bedroom for a morning routine, but the door was still locked. Knocked, but there was no answer. Growing anxious, they forcibly broke down the door, only to discover the princess was dead. Inexplicably, the sole key to her room was found upon the table. Every member of the royal family and the servants were assembled, and everyone was accounted for. A perplexing murder occurred within a room sealed from the inside. No way, how can this be? Was your sister murdered? Yeah, go ride on a white horse or something. What horrible spaghetti monster could have done this? Yeah. So you're a princess now? Nice roleplay. Alright, so the key is obviously inside. No, I'm a detective princess. Seems... okay, sure. Chess battle advanced. Alright. We could look inside like this. There's a bed, there's a wardrobe. Threads, table, candle, books. Oh, that's a table. That's a clock, alright. Also, curtains and a window, which, yeah, I mean, feels very not very locked to me, but down here, there's a fact the victim was smothered with a pillow. The rooms below the prince's chambers were guest rooms. Nobody tampered with the crime scene after the door was forced open. And the key found inside was the only key capable of opening the door. So, I mean, there's a large piece of ground past the window as well, although getting down from it is... I don't know, you could drop down here. There's multiple balconies too, even though they're pretty big jumps. Surely these small threads are not enough to make a rope out of or something. Okay, it's just the window. There's no other way. Yeah, the terrible truth. Yeah, the old-fashioned locked room mystery. Yes, the guards heard that. The killer was able to get and do the deed. How did the killer enter the room? Some of these choices make you wonder. I mean, can you remotely smother someone with a pillow? That sounds absolutely insane. I don't know. Like, you would have to be some freaking ninja to do the window nonsense. We'll say it's kind of weird when you have a game that doesn't let you examine that well. Like, nothing weird going on the bottom of the tower, is there? Hey, we should also check the guest stuff. Yeah, we haven't checked that, although it doesn't look that interesting. The bed's this bed is not up near the wall, but that's not relevant, is it? Yay! You can check the door is indeed a door. Another thing is, like, a couple of servants heard the princess lock the door, but that's like at the night. And the next morning, that's a lot of time. Like, it's time that allows the princess to literally let the culprit in, rather than assume that they came out by what, freaking helicopter to get up high and go in the window? Okay, I'm gonna say because of how the door got unlocked. The princess unlocked the door. So, they're probably fighting about something. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Yeah, the correct answer! There we go! It's hard to see how... Yeah. I mean, the thing is, like, this is also when the princess was nearby, almost gonna be asleep, right? So that's not that surprising. Yep. Still needs to get out with the door locked. So, through the window, finally. Yep. I mean, it's a freaking hidden killer nonsense, but... Close with the servants... Huh. Like, just outside, you can close it. Yep, okay. So far, we know how the criminal got in and out of the room. Yeah, that looks very reasonable. But it's also a big jump. Yeah, that's like 5 people's, like... Yeah. A method that's safer. This, I'm not completely sure. They didn't... Oh, they didn't escape. Also very interesting. Because, like, who's gonna look there? There'd be a lot of heat on this room. And the culprit would be taking a gamble that interest would die down in the room, which is weird. Imagine setting up a pillow in the from the guest room. That'd be a funny idea, but like the drop is also very risky, even if there was a freaking bed that was moved on the balcony. I honestly, like, if that is the solution, I kind of wish the balcony looked more well supported, because that doesn't look like it'll freaking survive fall. I mean, not like it's gonna crumble into wood, but I would be worried about that. That's not a lot of room to put a bed. That really isn't. I'm not even sure it freaking fits through the door. Could put down 2 pillows. I don't know. There's also, like, no skid marks on the freaking bed. Not that it necessarily needs to have any, but I would imagine there'd be a clue like that. Like, I'm worried that, like, the clue here would actually be something that's, like, missing. Like a missing curtain or something. Well, books on the wardrobe on top that's, like, impossible to access. Performative booking. I feel like the softening is still the most interesting. I'm gonna go for it. They used bed. Will this work? I know the answer. Yes. But not if something was there to cushion the fall. The bed's downstairs. The mattresses, which also are slightly smaller size, though. I don't know if you could tell that, but yeah, sure. Imagine doing that and freaking bouncing off the edge of the balcony. Yeah, okay, there we go. That's it. But here's what people think happened. There was a power struggle and a few members wanted the princess out of the picture. Is that also why the guest rooms, like, how would you know it's unused? Doesn't seem like there's that many. Like, is this the only one with the freaking, with a balcony exit? And they snuck in. The princess returned to her room. Oh, the assailant was hiding inside. Wow, amazing. Yeah, that's definitely structurally supportive. Yeah, under the bed has been done too many times, so now we're doing over the bed. And while sleeping, he was attacked. Oh, so the criminal did not get permission, but sure. And then went to the prepared mattresses. There you go. I'm thinking they get away. Well, thinking they get away with? We don't even know. Anyway, there it is. However, that was apparently a 1-star difficulty. I solved it. Can we do more mysteries in castle and stuff? Yeah. The thing where you pretend you're a real detective or something. Why? I don't care. It's like, you know, it's a freaking diorama already. Sure. It's like scolding you. Wow, it's so boring. Damn. This is what happens when a role player and a non-role player exist in the same room. Very disappointing. Okay, this is this plot is taking a turn. Thing is, I don't wanna. To ruin everything, you don't even care, you suck. Okay, so there's a disagreement between two of the characters we're playing as. It's so yes, like what if you do the next one with that? Like just give experiences separately, I guess. Yeah, this is ridiculous. Who just left? Nice try. Well then, there's a chapter 2. You guys remember this one? Except for Act 2. We ended on a sour note. Good thing you talked down in civilized manner and made up, right? That does not sound like. Or the parent stereotype is that the parent will not notice that this is not. Yeah, didn't. Okay, fine. The balconies are gone. I didn't remove it. Let me explain. I actually simplified a few things in the real mystery. It would have been too hard otherwise. Wow. Wow. Now mattress fall feels very unlikely. I thought it'd be better to do it like this. Cursed. There's the balcony. But no, what? Why would you do this? Why would you do this? This is like when Baba level maker freaking deletes cheese from the level. Okay, activating detective mode. What? There's something else that's different. Oh god, this again. Anything new? There's something on the window. A lock? It's a bolt. It locks the window. When the servants broke into the room, the window was bolted shut too. Oh, what the hell? The killer entered the room exactly like we talked about. That's not the problem here. But both the door and the window is locked, and the guest room has something in it. Oh my god. 3 stars. Nice. Remember that rope from the freaking theater case? Lol. Well, there's a rope trick. You have a rope tied to a tree and you want to get it back quickly. This is easy if you use a quick release knot. Just pull from the end of the rope and pulling the blue rope will undo the knot. A quick release knot. And you can tie a second rope to specifically target the knot. I like the caveat at the bottom. Lol. Okay, so that's obviously a lot of rope. It's a shocking amount of rope. Why didn't the killer just freaking get rid of it? But leaving that lock, that's weird. So we can assume that the rope might have been used if... Yep. Makes sense. You can't do it. I don't think that rope is going to be useful for moving the bolt, is it? Wow. Right here. No gaps at all between the windows and the window frame. The window is in perfect state. The key found inside is the only key capable. I mean, the inspector could have bolted that, but that would be very obvious. I don't want to assume that. Huh. Force the door open. Is it possible the lock is not real? This is a mystery when someone manages to attach something to a pendulum to make that relevant. The random stuff elsewhere in the prince's room doesn't even seem to matter. No gaps between the window and the window frame does not prevent gaps in the door, although that's not a very relevant thing. I mean, I guess if everyone's sleeping in the night, then you could do all this, like, while no one's there. You would basically attach the rope to the bolt. Imagine a rope being attached to the bolt stuff. This would be extremely hard to do. Because, like, you could not see what you were doing. If you had the rope attached to the bolt, you went outside, you did the mattress trick, and then you would go back inside the tower up to the other side of the door with the rope there. Doors naturally have a gap. I'm imagining the rope was accessible with a gap in the door, but that's like you can't see very well past the door, so that's a very odd theory, and you would not have much control. I would also assume this gap theory was correct, you know, there'd be an actual gap you could see, which is not the case. I don't actually have good theories for this. I feel like I have to assume that, because like when it's in the bolted state, which it was, you can only interact with it from this side. If the door is locked, then you must interact with from that side through the door. It's not that hard. Escape from the top of the tower. Didn't escape. I mean, no way, right? That's like so. I mean, it doesn't even look like someone could hide up there to be. Like, couldn't you see? Anyway, if they were able to hide up there to begin with, and the princess didn't notice, I mean, maybe a bunch of other people would not notice that either. This is annoying. It could be true. It would not be fitting for a 3-star difficulty. Imagine having a rope trick diagram and then saying they didn't escape. I am going to say what they used. And if this frickin' isn't it, I mean, you suck. The killer... Well, for more correct answer, And they used the... Here, nice. A quick release knot. What the killer tie the rope to? The bolt. Right? Something funny would have occurred. Does it matter what? I also... To get down. Oh, man. I kind of... Oh my god. Actually didn't think about this. They tied to rope to... I mean, none of these objects actually look very much like they're tied down to anything. They could tie to a doorknob. That's something that would stay in position. Everything else seems like it would get knocked over. So I'm gonna say door. Yep. They climb down, use the second rope to get it back. Tie a second rope to the quick release. They climb down, keep going. It's inside. Oh, I didn't even know that was a thing. I thought they would just drop to the ground. I mean, everyone's asleep, so... And once that's... They pull from the second rope, undoing the knot tied to the handle. Yeah, that seems fine, except the door... the situation with the bolt has not actually been explained. Yes. Yes, the window is left open, so we need to do another one. Troubles the window. Well concerned about the... But it said they couldn't be tampered after the door was open, so... Anyway. That would not do the bolt. Yes, the rope would get stuck. Alright. Try again? Try again? What the... What's it? Oh, wait. Mine was a 4-rope theory. No gaps, so how could it be the bolt? I can still select the bolt, but this doesn't feel right to me. I guess, like, it would need to be tied together at some point. It just wouldn't be the one that was used for climbing down, so let's just freaking click yes on it. The window wouldn't close, yes, I know that. Chess fight improved. Let's select the rope, that would be funny. Wonder where there's gonna be the puzzle that makes fun of the giant gaping hole in the ceiling and wall that just happens because it's supposed to be a slice view. Not that it would make sense though, obviously. Especially because the tower is showing that it's blocked from all sides. Surely it is not about needle and threads. That is like so unlike... I mean, that would be funny, right? Like that would be a nice callback, but if I can't find a way to make it work. Because the rope trick would work just as well as for much smaller objects. But how could that key ever like make sense there? The other thing is that this key is not in a location that suggests imprecision. Like, assuming that it's somehow a key trick instead of a window trick. That would be another entirely different kind of puzzle where the key could be, I don't know, manipulated and then launched. That'd be also insane. I don't think it's it. The other thing that's weird is that if you look in here, the previous conversation was like, what if you tie another rope to the window and pull? I don't understand why that's incorrect, like, not possible. Although the bolt would still be a problem, because from the outside, you could, like, attach the outside of the window. I guess the window is, like, too hard to tell whether you could actually do that. You wouldn't attach it from, like, the edges of the window at all. Anyway, another possibility that doesn't explain the freaking bolt at all, but explains a different way to do this when we're climbing down without an object falling over or something, is to wrap it around the top ring of the tower and then tie the knot. I don't understand what this question is quite asking, so I'm just gonna do that. Tie the tower. It was right in front of us all, the truth. Shake, cut it out, I'm thinking. What chance do you have? Right. You're Bowson. You can clearly see you investigating the crime scene, but if the rope was tied to something in the room, the villain would be able to close. I still understand how to get out, by the way, so... If the rope wasn't tied to something inside the room, it must have been tied to something outside of it, like the tower itself. Alright. Alright. Let's go. Close the window behind, which is freaking bolt. Chess battle advanced. Circled around the tower, though. Tied. Down. There we go. Correct answer. Climb down towards freedom by cursed tower. Alright. Nah, it's a big rope. Shh. Yeah, but there's a lot of rope. Chess battle advance. Alright. Yeah, it does make sense, but I don't understand. Yes. Yeah, the bolt's on the inside. And they bolt. It says that it wasn't tampered with in the notes here. After the door was forced open, nobody tampered with the crime scene. So that alone, I'll say used to bolt. More freaking rope. Yes. The bolts on the inside. Why not? The rope are pretty thick. Okay. Sure. Sure. Sad. Is it really going to be the freaking threads? Because that's what I was going for. Threads. They locked it from far away with the chess battle advanced. Lock thingy. Through the key. Oh, god damn it. I never think about that stuff. Yep, cool. He bolted the window. And how do you get rid of the thread? Just rope bar. Yeah, okay, sure. Yeah, yes, okay, my god. I mean, yeah. Fitting 2 freaking threads in a tiny keyhole to have 2 ropes? Weird. But very cool, very cool. I'm very glad that got used. Okay. Yes, way, bow down, bozo. Ace detective coming through. What do you mean that doesn't make sense? To lock the window, you have to push the bolt to the side. If you pull from the door, you're pulling the wrong way. Okay. Okay, I'm liking this turn. How could you make it a left move? That's a genuinely big... I mean, like, the reason I did gap in the door was because you could do this while having actual space to pull it to the left. Even though the big, of course, vertical forwards line would make you not move as far to the left as you would like, but still. Isn't it? Yeah, I think it's easy to make it work anyway. What else they use, though? What else they use? Potentially. It also used the bed to do it from an angle, right? Like, if it was from here through here, you would then have the slide diagonally. You know, this kind of runs into all the nonsense with, wouldn't that move the object potentially? But maybe this is heavy enough. I'm going to say that it was lying through the bed. Not victim, bed. Okay, there we go. Yeah. Okay. Alright, very cool, very good, very good. Okay. Fantastic work. But when are you gonna rug pull us by saying there's no window or something? Tied a string to the window. Tied it to the first one. Went outside and tied the rope to form a circle around the tower. Used it to climb down. And using the 2 rope trick as well. And pull the second room to retrieve anything. And then put the freaking ropes inside the guest room. Leaving them inside for easy evidentialism. Alright, there we go. It's just a recap. It's weird there's recaps for this slightly. I don't know. But yeah, let's use the second string. Any room clues left behind. Lock room mystery is complete. Alright. Anyway. I would like to come in and check the... She's cheating? That'd be lame. Trying to what do you mean? What is this? They figured everything by herself. The story is rare, Chief. She couldn't have known it beforehand, if that's what you're suggesting. Then how? Yeah, also detective skills. No, no. This would make more sense if there weren't, like, 3 mistakes that I made in response to the characters. Oh, that's Element. Yeah, but that's just fun roleplay. Just can't figure... Yeah. I'm the one who's actually trying to be a detective, says Bo. You can't figure out things faster than me. Boo, you're like those police people that say the obvious wrong things before the real detective shows up. You're trying to be a detective, but I'm already one. I'm Sherry, the super detective. I can solve anything. No, you're not. You're just pretending. See, this is what I'm saying. Obvious. If you can't even see I'm a real detective, how are you going to see anything else? Boring people can only solve boring mysteries. I hope your name even starts with Bo. I hope Bo comes with a mystery of their own. What did you say? Well, time out. Give me a hand cleaning up first. Put cleaning up. To put the threads in there? Tell me yourself for real this time. Hey. Oh, I'm not listening. Shay, stop ignoring me. Shay. Chess battle advanced.